I'm having a really rough time. I'm really stressed out. Don't beat yourself up about it. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking about how to cope with being stuck at home, how to cope mentally, because it's kind of reverse psychology, don't you think, when you're told that you can't do something, you want to do it, you know, because women want what they can't have. I mean, what? Today we're going to be talking about how to deal with that, how to cope mentally with being stuck in a certain place, maybe with people that you don't always get along with. I didn't want to talk about the whole self-care thing, because there's a few videos like, oh, self-care, how to kind of, you know, treat yourself, or how to kind of pamper yourself when you're self-isolating, and I'm not against that. Do a mask and take a bath, and yes, of course, do those things, like relax and everything, but of course I feel like we all also have the need, or we all want to do things too, you know. We all want to maybe be creative, maybe try something new, learn something new, whether it's related to your income or money or not. I've been making a lot of art. That's how I've been coping. Don't spend too much time in one space. Maybe if you're lucky enough to have like multiple rooms, or if you're in a house, maybe kind of change. If you're doing something in one room, then like the next activity you do, like do it in another room. I would definitely try and stay in touch with friends too. Try and speak to people, try and speak to family if you're away from your family, if you're stuck somewhere and thinking about whether or not you should come home. A few of my friends that are living overseas still, or like are stuck somewhere, have been asking me like if they think that if I think that they should come home, because I came home, I was in Korea and I came home, because now I've kind of had the chance to compare the situation in Korea to the situation in South Africa. I mean, I think everyone is dealing with this uncertainty, and it's quite a scary thing, not knowing when your next outing is going to be, even, or what you're going to do, whether or not your job is still going to be a thing, whether the company you're working for is still going to stay open. So now is the time that people are kind of maybe exploring more online forums on how to make an income online instead of having to go into a physical place. So try and plan your day in a way that is going to be conducive in terms of what you want to get out of this quarantine. You know, think about what you want your outcome to be, what problems you want to solve, how you want to feel, what your ideal day would be, whether it includes exercising, eating well, doing something creative. Like, now is a perfect time to explore creative curiosities that you've always had, or to learn a new technique, you know. When you're feeling lonely or really bored, or you know, you're overthinking something so much, or you have a certain worry, I completely understand. Like, don't beat yourself up about it, and don't try and not feel that way. I think it's also important to go through the motions and feel how you're feeling, because we are so used to kind of blocking everything off, especially with social media. It's so easy to feel a certain way, pick up your phone and then check Instagram, you know. I think we're so used to dealing with our feelings sometimes in an unhealthy way. So maybe take some time off social media, off any kind of stimulus, and try and be alone with your thoughts. I'm not saying cut out social media completely. I don't think that's maintainable, especially for our generation. Just try and reduce it, and try and maybe when you wake up in the morning, wake up at the same time every day. That's really good. According to Jordan Peterson, that's really good for mental health, like having a routine, having like a consistent sleep and waking up schedule. So make sure you're waking up at the same time every day, and getting a good night's sleep. When you're doing work, whatever that work may be, or whether it's just some sort of activity, try and do it in a separate room if you can. In a separate place than where your relaxing space is, or where your bedroom is. Apparently that's much better for your psyche. Also try and eat healthy, drink a lot of water. I know it's really difficult not to binge and want to eat all the time, especially when you're bored, you just want to eat. Like I struggle with that a lot, but yeah, just try and pace yourself. Try and maybe plan out like roughly, like I don't really do well with a very strict schedule, because I'm a really creative person and I find it really difficult to have to stick to a really strict schedule. But have a rough schedule of what you want to get out of your day, and maybe have like a weekly goal, and don't overextend yourself. Don't put pressure on yourself to kind of get so many things done. Don't feel like you should always be productive. But what I've been doing is I've been like getting up, I've been some days doing workouts and just kind of clearing my head, and I get dressed. Otherwise I get into this like slump if I just stay in pajamas or sweatpants the whole day, which I do sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. I feel differently if you're dressed, you know, you'll feel more human. So even if you're gonna be doing nothing the whole day, maybe just like wake up, do something active, or just take a nice shower, have a nice breakfast, and then do some journaling, or do something creative, or do some writing, or do something that you've always wanted to do and just kind of force yourself, because you're never going to actually feel like doing it. So yeah, that's how I've been coping with it. And if you need to speak to someone about it, you might need to. If you're really in a situation that you're struggling so much mentally, I would really recommend speaking to someone, a professional or not, or a friend, or someone you can just communicate with who might be going through the same thing, or who can help you out. And I have made tutorials, so if you're really bored and you want to follow an art tutorial, I will link my art tutorials down in my bio, so you can check those out. I wanted to come on here to give you a little taste of reality. This is me. I'm busy editing my video. I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm dressed in like slumpy, comfortable clothes. I've just been crying, and I thought it was important to actually show you that you're not always gonna feel okay, and that's okay. And I just wanted to show you that, like, sometimes you go through things, you know, personal things that, you know, one day you can be fine and then the next you're not fine. And yeah, just a lot of stuff has happened. And yeah, you don't obviously show, like, I don't show this side of myself on the internet. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of tell you that I'm having a really rough time. I'm really stressed out. I'm worried about the rand value. I don't really know what to do and what the best way forward is, but I don't really have any. I mean, the video is very positive and I was in a good headspace when I was filming, but I thought it was important to kind of show you the back end. You know, this is me actually editing and having a really rough time, and you're gonna go through these ups and downs, not even because, you know, you're going through a life crisis, or not even because it's an epidemic or anything, but you're gonna go through these ups and downs anyway. And I think it's important to go through them and not resist them, and because we are so quick to find distractions. And even now I was trying to distract myself, and I was feeling so bad, and I was speaking to someone, and she said, why don't you put this online? Like, people don't see the side of things, and why don't you make it, like, sometimes people want genuine and they want to see the raw side of things, you know, they want to see some real things, because everything is always just like the show that people put on. And anyway, that's just to sum up what how I'm feeling right now. It's just yeah, I'm feeling really low, and yeah, just wanted to give you a little taste of reality. So just try and not overthink, and don't get yourself worked up just because you heard something or you're watching too much news and then you kind of freak out for no reason. So don't do any of that. Okay kids, I hope you have a good day, and I will see you all in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, let me know what you thought in the comments, click the notification bell so you know next time I post, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.